In the dusty courtyards of La Castellane, a rough housing project in Marseille, a quiet boy with Algerian roots dribbled a tennis ball through makeshift cones made of old shoes, his movements fluid, precise, almost meditative. He spoke little, smiled rarely during play, and carried himself with a calm that masked fierce ambition. That boy was Zinedine Zidane, and though he grew up amid poverty and racial tension in 1970s France, he would rise to become one of football's greatest artists, player whose vision, grace, and intelligence redefined midfield mastery, and whose legacy stretches from World Cup glory to Champions League dominance as both player and coach. Born on June 23, 1972, in Marseille to immigrant parents from Algeria, Zidane was the fifth of 5 sons in a working-class household where money was tight, but discipline was absolute. His father, Smal, worked as a warehouse guard. His mother, Hafida, managed the home with quiet strength. Football wasn't just recreation, it was escape, identity, and hope. At age 5, Zidane kicked his first ball. By 10, he was training with local club as Saint-Henri, then later FC Sepmes, where coaches noticed his extraordinary balance, close control, and ability to read the game several moves ahead. His big break came at 14, when he joined the prestigious INF Clairefontaine, France's national football academy. There, he refined his technique under elite coaching, developing the signature traits that would define his career. The low center of gravity, the languid yet explosive stride, and the uncanny ability to turn defense into attack with a single touch. In 1989, he signed with AS Cannes, making his professional debut at 17. Though the team struggled, scouts saw magic in his left foot, not for power, but for precision, disguise, and timing. His talent soon attracted bigger clubs. In 1992, he moved to Bordeaux, where he blossomed into a Ligue 1 star, leading the team to UEFA Cup finals and earning his first call-up to the French national team in 1994. His debut was unforgettable. Coming on as a substitute against the Czech Republic, he scored 2 late goals to salvage a draw, announcing his arrival on the international stage with poetic flair. But it was his 1996 transfer to Juventus that transformed him into a global icon. In Turin, under manager Marcello Lippi, Zidane thrived in a system that valued intelligence over athleticism. He won 2 Serie A titles, reached 2 Champions League finals, and earned his first Ballon d'Or in 1998, the same year he led France to its first-ever World Cup triumph on home soil. In the final against Brazil, he scored twice with majestic headers, silencing a star-studded squad and igniting nationwide euphoria. For a nation grappling with identity and immigration, Zidane, the son of North African immigrants, became a unifying symbol of modern France. He followed this with Euro 2000 victory, cementing France's golden generation, and a move to Real Madrid in 2001 for a then world record fee of €77 million. At the Santiago Bernabeu, he didn't just adapt, he elevated. His most iconic moment came in the 2002 Champions League final against Bayer Leverkusen. A left-footed volley from the edge of the box, arcing over the goalkeeper like a brushstroke on canvas. It remains one of the greatest goals in football history. He added a second Ballon d'Or in 2003 and captained Madrid to La Liga glory in 2003. Yet his career ended in unforgettable controversy. At the 2006 World Cup in Germany, the 34-year-old Zidane led an aging French squad on an emotional run to the final. In the match against Italy, he scored a Panenka-style penalty with icy composure. But minutes later, after an exchange with Marco Materazzi, he turned and headbutted the Italian defender, earning a red card in his final professional match. The image of him walking past the World Cup trophy, head bowed, became one of sport's most haunting moments, a flawed farewell for a flawless artist. Despite the ignominy, France honored him. He received a standing ovation at the Stade de France upon retirement, and was later named FIFA World Player of the Year for 2006, a testament to his overall tournament brilliance. He stepped away from the pitch, but not from the game. His coaching journey began quietly. After managing Real Madrid's youth teams, he was promoted to first-team head coach in January 2016, a risky appointment given his lack of senior experience. What followed defied logic. In just 2.5 seasons, he won 3 consecutive UEFA Champions League titles, 2016-2018, a feat never before achieved in the modern era. He mastered man management, rotating squads with empathy, trusting veterans like Cristiano Ronaldo while integrating young talents. His calm demeanor masked tactical acumen, his silence spoke louder than locker room speeches. After a brief hiatus, he returned to Madrid in 2019, adding 2 more La Liga titles and another Champions League final appearance. Though his second stint lacked the fairy tale consistency of the first, his influence endured. He coached with the same principles he played with: elegance, intelligence, and emotional intuition. Off the field, Zidane lives with remarkable humility. He avoids media spotlight, rarely gives interviews, and resides near Madrid with his wife, Veronique, a former dancer, and their 4 sons, all of whom are professional footballers, including Enzo and Luca, who came through Real Madrid's academy. He supports anti-racism initiatives, funds youth academies in Marseille, and serves as a UN Goodwill Ambassador, advocating for education and integration. He never sought celebrity. His endorsements are selective: Adidas, Emirates, but always with dignity. He doesn't flaunt wealth. His public appearances are reserved for football or humanitarian causes. To fans, he remains Zizou, the quiet genius who let his feet do the talking. Today, Zinedine Zidane stands as a bridge between eras. The last great classical midfielder in an age of data-driven athletes, a son of immigrants who became a national icon, a player whose artistry transcended sport. He proved that football isn't just about speed or strength, it's about rhythm, vision, and the courage to be beautiful under pressure. And in a world increasingly loud and frantic, his legacy endures as a reminder that sometimes, the most powerful statements are made in silence, with a single, perfect touch.